But lesson to be learnt there for David Haye. David looks like he'll be in Germany to face Vladimir Klitschko. David hopefully will join us right now from Northern Cyprus. David, welcome to the show.
Good to be here again.
Welcome, David. A lesson for you there, David. If you go to Germany and you don't do it outright, that's what happens.
When you go to Germany, it's not. You've got to rip the title away from the champion. When you go to anybody's backyard, you've got to really make a statement. You've got to smash him to pieces, drop him down a few times, and hopefully win a split decision. If you're going to go to if you go to Germany and knock Vladimir Klitschko down a couple of times and bash him up the whole time, I'll probably be lucky to win a split decision. Yeah. You know, and that's what it's all about. I know I've got to go over there and knock him out. That's the plan. I'm not going out there looking for a points decision. It's all about going over there and blitzing him, getting him out of there the same way Corey Sanders knocked him out, the same way Brewster did it. Go over there and absolutely blitz him. Yeah,
fearless, and it's the only way. Now listen, Dave, there's been a lot of speculation since the fight was officially announced. Obviously the venue and the tickets pending. There's been a lot of speculation just about how many Klitschkos you have to fight. Now I've actually seen a Kiev phone book, and there's an awful lot of Klitschkos in it, Dave. Just give us the facts and the figures. How many Klitschkos do you have to fight?
I've got to fight 3 Klitschkos. As long as they've got a Klitschko, as long as it's got Klitschko at the end of the name, I've got to fight 3 of them. I think they've got an uncle that does a bit of boxing. I think they're going to throw him in there as well. I think his dad did a bit back in the day, so they might chuck him in it for the 3rd fight. So yeah, so 3 Klitschkos I've got to fight in whatever order they choose.
David, why did you accept that? That seems like a heck of a stipulation for you to agree to. You have to win 3 times to be the world champion.
You should have saw what they tried to make me agree to before. That was a big, massive compromise. Coming down to only fighting 3 Klitschkos. Honestly, it was a joke what they were trying to make me agree to. If you think that's ridiculous while that's decided, you'd absolutely crack up if you saw what they wanted me to decide to start off
Tell
with.
us, David, let us in.
Listen. It clearly showed me the mentality of these Klitschko boys, how much wusses they are. They're not ready for... They're not real champions. They try to manufacture it. They're not warriors. They don't believe that they're the best out there. Otherwise, they wouldn't make me sign a stupid contract to fight them 3 times. If they thought they'd beat me, okay, give me one rematch. But no, they said, okay, when you beat Vladimir twice, then you've got to fight Vitaly. I was like, cool. If that's the only, and that was a deal breaker. If I wouldn't have signed that, the fight would not be happening. So you got to bend sometimes, and I did. But at the end of the day, once I knock out Vladimir, no way in a million years is he going to want to come anywhere near me again. Yeah. So the way I see it, I'll fight Vitaly. And once I knock out Vitaly, it's going to take a lot to knock Vitaly out, but once you knock him out, that's it, he's finished. He realises that. So I don't think they'll have a 3rd fight unless they wheel out one of their uncles.
Now, what about this guy Povetkin, Dave? You know, he got himself into the mandatory position. He fell over a twig. He stepped aside. There's some speculation he meant to fight him. The winner of your fight was meant to fight him by September. How's he figuring? Or how does he figure in this contract?
He doesn't figure in it.
Oh, poor old Povetkin.
Yeah, poor old Povetkin. But it's once again it's a contractual term that I have to fight Vladimir or Vitaly. You know, whether there's a mandatory challenger or not, I have to fight Klitschko.
So look, Dave, let me just ask you this question, mate. Yeah. The Klitschkos between them have got 3 of the 4 recognised belt, plus Vladimir's got the IBO, of course, work with any fighter. Dave, am I reading too much into it to think that perhaps by the end of this year you might be fighting a heavyweight fight in Germany without any belts on the line?
I'll be very surprised if that happens. I think I'll have at least. I think worst ways I'll have at least 1.
The IBO.
So I could end up fighting Vladimir and Vitaly, and only having 1 belt at the end of it. But that's the only way I could make this fight happen. And I'm doing this for box. I'm doing this to save the heavyweight boxing division. So sometimes you have to make sacrifices, but it's what I'm willing to do. Yeah, most people wouldn't accept the terms I've accepted, but I have simply for boxing. I'm looking at leaving a legacy in this sport. But to do that, you've got to do crazy things, and that's what I'm willing to do.
But Dave, you've seen what's been written online, haven't you? You've seen thousands and thousands of threads, thousands of people reading it. Everyone knows what you've done here. So anybody that did knock you, right, even those people that knocked you, even those people that dislike you, and as many people dislike you as dislike me, even those people that don't believe in you, they're even having to bite their own tongues and say, well, he's taking this option. He's showing, he's putting himself out there. You're the one taking the risk. And you know what they're saying? Like an old-fashioned heavyweight. That must make you feel good, big boy.
Yes, because I was getting a bit of stick early when the fight wasn't getting announced.
Yeah.
But if you think about it, if it took 3 months for the contract to get to this point, then think how what it was like 3 months ago. It was honestly, it was hilarious. It was actually. I thought it was a joke. I thought it was some sort of hidden camera show.
Sure.
We're going to say, okay, these are the terms he wants you to fight under. But we've got it to a point where it's acceptable. It's not, I've never heard of it in the history of boxing, someone having to do so. But if that's the only way these chumps feel comfortable of getting in the ring with me, if they know for a fact that they got a rematch and their brother gets a chance if they get knocked out, then that's what I've got to do. That's what I've got to do. And I'm willing to do it. I'm willing to go over to Germany. I'm willing to fight on his terms wherever. It's up to him, because I know I can beat him and I can beat both of them. So, I'm confident in my abilities that I can go out there and smash him to bits. So that's exactly what I'm going to do.
Now listen, Dave, you say Povetkin doesn't feature this year, and it answers plenty of people, Gray in Yorkshire and Dougie. We're going to watch some Povetkin here. He's warming up. But so if he doesn't figure, Dave, he's got himself in a position. His management team have been out there negotiating. Would he figure next March, next April, next May in your plans?
I'd say after I knock out Vladimir, if he does want the rematch, that will happen probably about 6 months later, so December, and then after that I'll go off like Vitaly, so that'll be another 6 months after that. So probably middle of next year, I'll have finished the current contract I'm under, and then probably a few months after that. If Povetkin's still in a good position, then obviously he'd be definitely at the top of the list of young fighters I'll be looking to fight.
We've got Povetkin on screen here, Dave. Listen, we're just watching him warm up. I'm a Povetkin fan. I think he's slightly better than all of the other quotes-unquote Eastern Europeans. Yeah. Dave, let me ask you this, mate. Any news, any movement on the Miami against Northern Cyprus for a few weeks of training? Anything
no, not yet. Adam's back. Adam's back over here at the moment, so he's just going to figure out exactly what's the best strategy for training. He's looking at different sparring, talking to people about different sparring partners who he can get and where it'll be. But as soon as we know, got any details, I'll obviously keep you guys updated.
All right, Dave, just before I let you go, mate, and let you get back to your family and enjoy that lovely sunset you'll be watching there from your apartmente, or your house, rather. Dave, give me a prediction. Povetkin Estrada. Earn your money tonight.
Povetkin on points. He'll win it by 3 rounds.
Fantastic.
3 or 4 rounds. Close. It'll be a competitive fight, but he'll win it.
It will.
Through 3 or 4 rounds.
Thanks, Dave-o.
No problem.
See you, kid.
Bye.
Thank you very much to David Haye. David Haye, the Vladimir Klitschko, will be live on Setanta June the 20th.